Hello everyone, my name is Hatchet. I recently made a video on the jungle changes in the Radiant entire jungle in reference to connecting camps together and just walking through the jungle, the way that I walk through the jungle. Um, but that video is now outdated. Valve did change some of the trees. I'll start up the game so it starts loading. In the Radiant jungle only. In addition to that, I've found some things recently, and I'm not sure if they're working as intended or not. So I guess we'll see.
Ready to set the world on
Since
fire?
I'll report this as
I'll
terrain
pick.
differences, and Valve can then decide whether or not they want to change it. So I'm gonna pick Lifestealer here just so I don't die again.
At last.
Once again, so I don't die again. But I'm going to buy 2 wards so I can show off the 2
Prepare
things that
for
I
battle.
figured out. So let's see here. I'm gonna chop this tree first, and then I'm going to go place
For the taking.
this ward. And I'll take this skill just so it's not flashing at me. And then I'm going to cut this tree.
Yes.
And that sets up my rant for later. For now, the thing that Valve fixed is you used to be able to get past this tree. And I don't know if it's, they indented the terrain here to make it so you couldn't, or if
30
they actually
seconds
changed the
to
position
battle.
of the tree. But you can no longer get behind this tree to this rock. The pathing, wants to, but you just can't. And you can't get through these 2 trees to get behind to that rock either. So that's that fixed. That was fixed whenever. So the next thing is
The
I still
battle
can't get around this
begins.
tree. If I cut this tree and I cut this tree in Source 1, I would be able to walk into the large camp from this rock. And that is not the case in Source 2. In Source 2, we still have to cut down this tree. And we can walk into the large camp at that point. I'm going to let the creeps spawn here, and then I'll continue with the differences in the Radiant jungle. Okay, so this thing is something I found recently. If I walk next to this tree, I can get creeps to aggro me, which is really neat. It's not super neat, however, until I cut down this tree. And, you know, I can now aggro these guys this way. And, I can choke point jungle here. It's actually better with the ogre camp, because you would see the ogres walk around in a loop this way. Maybe we'll see this dog do it. No. But the, I don't know if they're actually ogres or whatever they are, but the blue guy and the brown guys will actually walk around this way, because I've cut this tree down, and they will loop around, and they will continue looping around. This specific spot isn't actually good to stand, because I believe I'm still within the spawn box. I believe the spawn box is like right here. Or similar to this, maybe it's only like right here. But it's something like that. I'll kind of just stand on this tree and I'll see if they spawn at the minute mark. And then I'll continue on with the rest of the jungle. They didn't spawn on this tree, so it's the spawn box is like this or something. A little bit further forward, but so that's that. The only thing here is that's still different from Source 1, is I can't walk around this tree. And I don't know if that interaction with the medium camp, where I can walk around this tree and get them to aggro me, is correct or not. So that might be something that Valve wants to change, I don't know. I'm just putting it in the video because it was something that I noticed. I don't know if it's even true in Source 1 or not. So they added this tree back in, and
No change.
I know I complained that it wasn't there, but I kind of liked it not being there, because you could actually run through the large camp, cut down this tree, have the 5 seconds or whatever, and just barely have no cooldown on the Quelling Blade until you cut this tree again. So, and then you just walk through the large camp.
I creep.
But that's now correct. That is now as it is in Source 1. And this is still the same. These guys, what are they? They are ogres. Okay. Whatever. Ooh, a haste rune.
Yes, master. Haste.
So that's now correct in the Radiant Jungle. All of that is now correct. I don't know of any issues in this side of the jungle anymore. So,
Scramble.
now for this side of the jungle, the dire side, you can still cut these 2 trees and walk through here, and that's perfectly fine, that's correct. And if you cut down this tree, you have your choice of these 2 trees here. And then this tree is still missing. And I actually didn't think that this tree missing was a big deal until I did this. And at least with the wolf camp, yeah, it aggroes me here. So I don't know if this tree is too far forward to the left, or if this tree being here is actually necessary. But if it weren't for the creeps
Your top
aggroing
tower
me
is
through the trees
burning.
like that, I would say that that tree doesn't matter at all, or that this part of the tree line does not matter at all. Because you can still
Your
cut down
top
this
tower
tree.
is
And
on
what's the difference
fire.
between cutting down this tree and this tree? Actually nothing to connect these 2 camps. But because that tree doesn't exist, I was able to make this camp
Your middle
aggro me
tower is
through the
under
tree line,
attack. I think
which
it's
might
even starting
be
to
something
charm.
that isn't wanted in Dota 2. Not up for me to decide,
Your
that's
middle
just
tower is on fire.
something I noticed, and I'm adding it to the video. So then the next thing is, this still hasn't been changed. I can't walk around this tree at all.
Your middle tower
In
is under
Source 1,
attack.
I would be able to walk across this cliff and walk into the small camp since this tree is dead. However, I have to cut this tree, and now I can still do it. Considering that wasn't changed in the last patch, it was either deemed unnecessary to change, or it was deemed like beneficial that you had to actually cut down a second tree. Or it was just overlooked because it's the last thing in my videos. So there we go. Those are the differences that still exist in the Radiant and Dire jungles. I'm going to continue to look for just weird interactions, like the medium camp up here and the medium camp down here with this tree. So I might find more things, but that is it as far as this video is concerned. Thank you for watching.